one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to International Women's Day Live. I see that so many of you guys are in the chat. We already have like close to 200 likes on this video. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are super excited to see you. If you are here, leave a heart emoji in the comments. Send those little hearts to show support. For those of you who don't know, I am Celine, a community manager from Effect House. And today I have some wonderful people with me who's here to co-celebrate the International Women's Day. But for those of you who don't know, International Women's Day is an annual celebration that commemorates women's social, economical, cultural, and political achievements. So the day serves as a call to action to address all of the ongoing issues faced by women, and we are here to spotlight all of the amazing women in tech and to amplify their voices and share their stories. Speaking of, I happen to know a very smart and talented community manager who is also an amazing effect creator of herself. Introducing to you guys, Victoria. Hi,
Hi
Victoria.
guys. Hello everyone. Hi Celine. How are you doing today?
Doing awesome. Love your pink dress. Can you give yourself a little introduction?
Hello guys. For those who don't know me, I'm Victoria, community manager for Effect House in the Latin region, but also I am an effect creator. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if anyone have seen my effects before, but in my profile, I usually like to do some makeup effects or maybe trying some fashion designs. Have you seen mine, Celine?
Yes, I have. She's actually done multiple tutorials for our channel as well, where you get to do rock out your virtual outfit. She has done many collaborations with brands as well. So I already know that she's an amazing creator. Victoria,
Oh,
but I
thank
want to know a little bit more about how you got started in AR and tech. Are you self-taught? Did you learn it from somewhere?
Okay, so I'm gonna start saying that my background it is a PR background. So I started to study public relations, but there was a day that I was searching through YouTube, and then I just found out a tutorial how to create your first effect. As I love it to use the makeup ones, I was like, maybe I can start to do it myself as well. So back then it was 2019. I just followed the first tutorial. I found out very hard to do it at the first time, and then I gave up. I must admit that. At the first moment, I gave up, but after that, in 2020, I just gave another chance for it, and I started to do the makeup ones. I started to get my first clients, and I think my main passion was that you can create pretty much everything with AR. You just need to be creative and search for inspirations everywhere. But I think my main reason was being a self taught creator, and I love to be able to create more. How can I say more localized tutorials for our region in here. So right now I'm working it, and I know that you are self-taught as well. Is that true, Celine?
Yes, it is. And I was just going to tell you that when I started my journey, I also went through the same thing. I was wondering, I was interested in creating an AR effect, but when I first tried it, it was a little bit difficult. So I did give up on my first try, but then I went back and then I created the most basic effect. I just dragged and dropped in a 3D object and
Wow.
then said, published my first effect, and then I just fell in love and started using it more and more often, just teaching myself. Actually, I have a unconventional background when it comes to an AR industry as well, because I didn't study computer science or design, anything like that. So I actually majored in psychology and
Wow.
neuroscience in college. So I was working at a biomedical lab. I was writing papers and doing research. And this was something that just sparked out of a passion. And now we're here. So it's so fun to hear your story, Victoria, and how you got started.
Were you always interested in makeup and designing stuff?
I was always so actually I have a condition, a medical condition called PCOS, which causes me to have a lot of skin breakouts. So it's difficult for me to wear like actual in-person makeup,
Mhm.
which is why I got interested in creating an AR effect that you can just apply on your face.
Wow, it was actually to solve like not a problem, but like to solve something that you wanted to do. So you just search for an AR solution for it. It is
I
always
did,
crazy
I
to
did.
I love to see like how different backgrounds can just jump into AR career. Like it's crazy to see this kind of connections because in the end we can pretty much relate everything with AR. Don't you think about it?
I think so, definitely. And seeing how many, while we were preparing for this event, I got to hear so many different cases of like how people got started, what background did they come from, and it was so inspiring. And now I'm thinking we have to have another follow-up episode, meeting people who came from the different backgrounds, software engineers, architects, just athletes, computer scientist, biology student, and we get to hear their voices.
Okay, so I would love to see these new stories and these new journeys, I would say. Let's see how Chantal got started in AR industry and then.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm very excited to hear more about her journey. Victoria, can you tell us, out of all your effects, while I'm loading this video,
Oh yeah.
which effect that you made was your favorite?
Well, I think when I am creating effects, uh, well, this will may sound a little bit controversial, but well, I am always telling you guys to be following trends, but my main passion is more related to art. So I always love to create these effects. You would be wearing all the time to take selfies or something like that. But I love this kind of fantasy with effects. So there's one effect that I create. It is like a futuristic outfit, I would say. It is very crazy. Actually, I don't know where I would wear it if it was in real life, but in the AR and for recording videos, for doing some footage, I would love to be wearing my AR outfits. I think they are a lot of fun. And I think one thing that is also very interesting is when you create the gaming effects as well, because they always brings a lot of different comments, like either people that love the effect or people that didn't like as much. But when you create this kind of gaming effects, especially if it's related to something like music or food or even like personal pics, I would say, people just go crazy. So I think my main favorite effects would be the outfit ones, and one that I created that you just need to continue singing a song that like for example it stops in ocean word. So you need to be singing a song that there is an ocean somewhere in the sound. So I love my both effects. Um, I am trying to get viral to one in the Easter right now. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. I think that sounds so fun. Okay, let's move on to hear how Chantel got her start in the
Let's
AR
see.
industry.
Ambassador from the UK, and I've been in the AR field for around 4 or 5 years now.
안녕하세요. 저는 대한민국에서 틱톡 이펙트 하우스라는 프로그램을 활용한 틱톡 효과를 만들고 있는 베리라고 합니다. 틱톡에서는
Hi everyone, my name is Chantal Parker, also known as Chantal Filters. I'm an Effect House ambassador from the UK and I've been in the AR field for around 4 or 5 years now.
안녕하세요. 저는 대한민국에서 틱톡 이펙트 하우스라는 프로그램을 활용한 틱톡 효과를 만들고 있는 베리라고 합니다. 틱톡에서는 베리베리 러브유라는 아이디로 효과를 소개하는 영상도 게시하고 효과도 만들고 있는 크리에이터입니다.
Salut, moi c'est Tigraphe, mais vous m'appelez Citon. Je suis créatrice d'effets, ça va faire 1 an et demi sur les réseaux sociaux, mais principalement sur TikTok et j'habite sur Paris.
Hi, I'm Crystal Hafer, calm as my dog, and I started my AR journey 2 years ago. My background is I studied in innovation, so I was doing everything from planning campaigns and a bit of designing in my job. And I currently work in advertising alongside doing AR, and I absolutely love it.
Hello, my name is Amy. I go by Amy is Awesome on TikTok. That's awesome with 2 S's. And I am from Johannesburg, South Africa.
Olá mulheres, como vocês estão? Meu nome é Gabriela, mais conhecida como Gabi P7, e eu gostaria de começar esse vídeo agradecendo pela oportunidade de estar participando desse evento incrível de realidade aumentada no Dia das Mulheres. E eu gostaria também que as perguntas que eu responda aqui ajudem vocês de alguma forma, tanto você que já trabalha nisso ou você que está aqui porque quer começar a entrar nesse mundo. Bom, na primeira pergunta pede para dar uma introdução sobre mim, eu já me adiantei, né? Falei um pouco já do meu nome, mas basicamente eu trabalho com criação de realidade aumentada desde 2020 e comecei a trabalhar com o Effect House em novembro de 2022, que foi quando eles finalmente liberaram a versão para o Windows. Eu comemorei demais e desde já eu trabalho com isso. A minha vida é basicamente criar efeitos em realidade aumentada e eu não me vejo fazendo outra coisa.
I'm Jordan, an effect creator from North America and based in Southern California. I'm the creator behind the Beauty Makeover game, the Beyonce bracket, the Lash X Gloss look, and you may recognize me from my most viewed and used effect, the Filter for Good.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Florencia Rafa de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Soy creadora de efectos de realidad aumentada desde hace aproximadamente unos 4 años. Y en diciembre de 2021, Effect House me abrió las puertas para invitarme a la versión beta de creación de efectos para TikTok. La verdad es que estoy súper agradecida porque me hayan dado esa oportunidad, porque hoy en día es una de las maneras que tengo yo de expresar mi arte. Es una de las maneras que yo tengo de crear una carrera profesional, y realmente estoy viviendo gracias a la creación de efectos de realidad aumentada aquí en TikTok y en Effect House.
Bonjour, I'm Laura Gouillon. I'm an AR creator and filmmaker based in Paris, France. I have made over 100 effects on TikTok in the last 2 years, including my red flags, my green flags, my beige flags, emoji word challenge, and my love life tarot. Fun fact, I made the audio, today I wanted to eat a croissant. So if you're wondering where you've heard me from, that might have been it.
One of the main things that drew me to AR was makeup effects. I think that's where a lot of people start. I loved the idea that you could try on so many different looks, try on so many different styles without, one, you didn't have to buy the product, and two, you didn't have to be a makeup artist. You could try on 20 different shades of eyeshadow in the space of 5 minutes without having to apply any makeup, and I loved it. It was just so inspiring to me, so I wanted to create my own effects, makeup effects based on that. Fell down the AR rabbit hole, and here I am today. What does a typical day look like for you as an AR creator? So as well as an AR creator, I'm also a mom. So the first thing I do in the morning is take my son to nursery, come home, take care of my other baby, take him for a walk, and then I make a cup of tea because I can't create anything without my cup of tea in the morning. So after all that is when the hard work really starts. So I do all my client work first, I do all my admin, my emails, that kind of thing. After I've finished everything that's urgent, I then do all the good stuff, clean the house, make the tea, that kind of thing. And then in the evenings is when I like to put on a TV show and work on my own personal projects, like to make my own AR effects just for fun, just to try out new things, just to experiment, see what's going on, just have fun and be creative really. How did you learn the skills to become an AR creator? So I'm actually self-taught, but I do have a background in web design and graphic design, so I had the design bit nailed. It was the visual scripting that was all new to me. I'm not afraid to admit it was very daunting and very scary at first, but I watched a lot of YouTube tutorials. Effect House office hours was really helpful. It's live, so you can ask a question there and then and get an answer straight away. The Effect House Discord community is also very, very helpful. I've asked so many questions in there and everybody is always eager to help and answer your questions. But also, there's so many templates. I learned by doing, so I used to download a lot of templates, see how they were made, see how everything worked, take it apart, break it, try and put it back together, struggle, start again, and that's how you become good. See, it all works, how it all fits together, and then trying to redo it yourself and changing bits and breaking things. I think that's the best way to learn. What challenges do you think women encounter in the tech industry, especially in emerging technologies such as AR? We're just not taken seriously, and it's 2024 and people still have this outdated vision in their head of people in tech being skinny little white guys with their glasses on, geeky guys sat in a dark room coding, writing scripts. And it's not like that. It's 2024. Women are here. We do have a voice. We're just not seen. We're just not given the opportunity to be seen. This is why events like this on Women's Day are so important, to give us a voice. Let us be seen for what we can do. And I can assure you, we can create effects and AR and tech just as well as any other guy. We're just not given the opportunity, which is so sad. And I've experienced it firsthand where I've pitched to a client and I've gone up against a guy, and the guy will get it because they're more trusted, they're more recognised in this field than a woman is. And it's sad, and I actually went through a phase where I wanted to change my name to a male name. I wanted to rebrand my whole website. I wanted to call myself Mark, a male name, just so I could get more work, just so I could work for these clients. And I thought, no, because you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing young women who want to get in tech a disservice by giving in to society. Let yourself be seen, let yourself be heard. Show people you are here, you are a woman, and it's okay to be a woman in tech. What are your thoughts on the representation of women and the AR in the AR and tech community? I feel like women are so underrepresented, and it's like a vicious cycle. So you don't see many big household women in tech names. You can think of lots of men who have made it big in tech, but hardly any women. So young women and girls who are considering a career path down the tech route, have got nobody to look up to, they've got no role models, they've got no one to aspire to be like. So they take a different path because they've got nobody who looks like them in the tech industry. So that feeds into this vicious cycle of the women who are going to be great leaders and great entrepreneurs in tech and big household names are not there because they went down the other path. So then that feeds into another set of young girls and women going down a different path because they still can't see themselves in tech. So it's a vicious cycle that does need to be broken, and more women need to be seen to be doing well in tech. Did you participate or win any Effect House challenges? Yes, I participate in nearly all of them, and yes, I have won a cash prize. I've never won the top spot, but a win's a win and I will take anything I can get. But I just think challenges are just a great way to get out of your comfort zone really, because a lot of the time the challenges may be based on things that you're not overly familiar with creating, or maybe creating in a different style and a different way to what you're used to creating. So it makes you think outside the box. And you learn so much, you learn so many new skills because you're not doing what you do every single day. You are pushing yourself to learn something new. So they're a really great way to learn and earn money. Have you participated in any Effect House program? Yes, I'm actually lucky enough to be an Effect House ambassador, and I was also lucky enough to be accepted onto the Accelerate program, which was just incredible. It was so insightful, we learnt so much, but I'm not just talking about in visual scripting terms and within Effect House. We also learn how to market our effects, what are the best practices, how we can be better creators, and how we can learn from one another. So as a package, it was amazing. And I'm not just talking about learning visual scripting, it was like the whole thing to be an Effect House creator. So if anybody gets the chance to go on the Accelerate program, please apply. It was amazing. What advice would you give to young women interested in becoming AR creators? Come and join us. No, my main piece of advice would definitely be believe in yourself, believe in your ability, and believe that you deserve to be here as much as anybody else. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you don't belong in a tech sector. That's not right. Just because it may feel like such a male-dominated industry, don't let that fact put you off, because I can guarantee you there are so many amazing women, especially creating TikTok effects. You would be more than welcome to join us. And also learn. AR is changing every single day, especially Effect House. There's updates and features every single week. Your mind wants to explode. There is so much going on. So learn, keep learning. Make your work speak for itself. Be so good that you cannot be ignored. Let your work speak for itself. If you are good at what you do, I believe that you will always make it. What does Effect House mean to you? Well, without sounding cheesy or silly, literally Effect House means everything to me. And I'm so thankful to Effect House for, I can work from home now creating effects for amazing clients and brands. Getting paid to do what I love is an amazing feeling. Not only that, I've made some friends for life I wouldn't have found otherwise. Effect House just feels like one huge family. It's so inclusive, everybody's invited. It's just such an amazing, refreshing community to be a part of. And not only that, but for once in my life, I actually feel like I belong somewhere. So yeah, it means a lot. Where can people find your work and follow your journey as an AR creator? I can be found on TikTok. My handle is chantel.filters.
So I am a motion graphics designer. I have been a motion graphics designer for the last 5 years. So I brought a lot of skills from that over. Self-taught through tutorials online, documentation, and asking the community for help. Did you participate or win any Effect House challenges? Yes, I came 5th in the Exploding Kittens Challenge last year, and I came 3rd in the Sub-Saharan African Challenge. What does your typical day as an AR creator look like? Well, probably very similar to yours. Breakfast, sit at my computer for the next 8 to 10 hours, go to bed, and then the next day I get to do it all over again, which I wouldn't change for the world. In your opinion, how can AR technology empower women in the tech industry? I think AR technology can empower women by giving us a foot in the door into the tech field. I think there's such a low barrier for entry in AR. Anyone can really get involved and anyone can do it. And it really is, it's that foot in the door that can open up an entire world for you. What are some common misconceptions about AR that you'd like to address? Well, the first one is that AR is all face looks, and it is that, yes, but it's also so much more. There's a whole world out there if you would just go and look for it. Are there any female creators that inspire you? Absolutely. Almost every single one of them do, but I love them all, and there's so many, and they're a huge inspiration to me, and we have like a sisterhood, and it's brilliant. And once you have those female people that you can look up to and talk to, it's game-changing. Effect House means a lot to me. Community and the support, I haven't had that anywhere else in any other communities, and it's been really special to be involved with Effect House. What are some common misconceptions about AR that you'd like to address? Well, the first one is that AR is just social face character looks, and it is that, yes, but it's also so much more, from being able to try furniture in your house, or try on clothes, or favorite lipsticks from your favorite brands. It's a whole lot more to it, and a misconception is that it's a two-dimensional sort of thing, and it's not. There's a whole world out there if you would just go and look for it. What advice would you give young women interested in becoming AR creators? Just start. To start somewhere. About how many uses your effect is going to get, or is anybody going to look at it, or are people going to care? Ignore all of that. That is your inner saboteur talking, and just do it. Just get started. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you do, what you look like. There is a niche market out there for you specifically, and just start. What does AR mean to you personally, and how has it influenced your career? Well, it's changed my life personally because I started, with AR, and it was my opportunity to put something beautiful out into a world that was very bleak and sad and not great, and influenced my career because this is now what I do for a living and I'm financially independent because of it. What impact do you think AR has on the way we interact with digital content? AR is a stepping stone to bigger tech content. The way that we interact with brands these days, it's the way that we interact with our favorite creators, and I think that the impact that has on it is that it brings us closer to these creators, and it really is a stepping stone into bigger tech. What challenges do you think women encounter in the tech industry, especially in emerging technologies such as AR? I think a big one would be the gatekeeping of information. Industry has those bad eggs where they gatekeep information from the challenge that we face is that people don't necessarily take us seriously when they should. We are at the forefront of this technology and people should be taking us seriously. I think it's really great and we're all supportive of one another. It's all sisterhood and loveliness all the time, and I have not met another woman that has been like a bad egg. It's really great and I can only hope that it's going to get better and better. Where can people find your work and follow your journey as an AR creator? So I am Amy is Awesome with 2 S's in awesome. Follow me there and feel free to reach out, ask me questions, shoot me a DM anytime. I'm happy to help.
AR 크리에이터가 되기 위해서 저는 주로 유튜브에 있는 튜토리얼 영상들을 참고하거나 때에 따라서는 이펙트하우스 공식 홈페이지에 게시되어 있는 튜토리얼 페이지를 참고해서 효과를 제작하기도 합니다. 그리고 개인적으로 매일매일 자주 이펙트하우스 프로그램을 활용하다가 새로운 기능을 발견하면 그 기능을 활용해서 또 다른 기술을 직접 습득하기도 합니다. 네, 저는 이펙트하우스에서 진행하는 프로그램 중에서는 이전에 일정 기준을 충족해서 활동할 수 있는 앰버서더 자격을 받아서 앰버서더 프로그램에서도 참여를 하고 있고, 그리고 최근에는 엑셀러레이터 프로그램에서도 참여를 해서 수료를 했습니다. AR 크리에이터로서 저의 하루하루는 매일 이펙트하우스를 실행해서 컴퓨터 작업을 하는 시간이 대부분이고, 때에 따라서는 좋은 기회로 브랜드나 아티스트와 콜라보도 할 수 있는 기회도 얻을 때가 있어요. 특히 한국에서는 틱톡 AR 효과들을 활용한 마케팅 활동이 많이 일어나는데, 그러한 마케팅 활동의 일환으로 저도 광고를 받아서 틱톡 플랫폼에 그 AR 효과를 소개하는 광고 영상을 업로드하는 기회도 얻을 때가 있습니다. 그래서 매일매일 AR 크리에이터로서 참 다양한 활동을 하고 있는 것 같아요. 저에게 이펙트하우스란 정말 중요한 의미를 가져다 주는데요. 이펙트하우스 프로그램에는 정말 다양한 기능이 있고 제작자가 사용하기에 너무 쉽게 잘 구현되어 있기 때문에 제가 원하는 대로 효과를 제작할 수 있어서 정말 좋은 공간이고, 2번째로는 커뮤니티 매니저분들과의 소통이 굉장히 쉽고 활발하게 잘 이루어지기 때문에 어떠한 문제가 생겼을 때도 빨리빨리 대응해 주셔서 제작자로서 너무너무 고맙고 좋은 제작 공간이다, 이렇게 생각할 수 있을 것 같습니다. 네, 저처럼 한국에서 활동하고 있는 효과 크리에이터인 IDHSS64라는 분이 있는데, 그분은 저보다 나이가 어림에도 불구하고 매일매일 아이디어를 많이 생각해내고 하루에 적게는 1-2개에서 많게는 10개까지의 효과들도 제작하시는 모습을 보면서 정말 열정이 있고 열심히 활동하는 거에 대해서 본받아야겠다라고 생각을 하면서 그분께 많은 영감을 받고 있습니다. 또 효과를 제작하다가 고민되는 궁금한 점이 있으면 편하고 의견이 많기 때문에 많은 영감을 받는 것. 저는 조금 더 젊은 사람일수록 요즘 20대와 10대 트렌드에 더 민감하다고 생각을 하는데요. 그게 그 나이대 여성분들이 가지고 있는 장점이라고 생각을 합니다. 특히 AR 크리에이터로서는 화장 트렌드라던가 뷰티 트렌드 아니면 패션 트렌드 같은 거를 잘 알수록 효과 제작에 활용할 수 있기 때문에 그 장점을 살려서 다양한 효과를 제작을 해보시면은 커리어상으로도 본인에게 너무 큰 도움이 될 거라고 생각을 합니다. 특히 AR 크리에이터 활동을 평생 이어가지 않는다고 하더라도 뷰티나 패션 쪽으로 진로를 희망하시는 경우에 이렇게 AR 크리에이터로서 활동하는 경험이 큰 도움이 될 거라고 생각을 합니다. 그렇기 때문에 그분들에게 AR 크리에이터 활동을 적극적으로 추천하고 싶어요. 저는 대학생 때부터 AR 크리에이터 활동을 했는데요. 저는 대학교에서 미디어 그리고 콘텐츠를 전공을 했어요. 그러다 보니까 SNS에서 활용되는 다양한 콘텐츠 기획이나 제작 능력을 가질수록 커리어에 되게 큰 도움이 되는 그런 환경을 가지고 있었습니다. 그렇기 때문에 저의 커리어에 AR은 정말 특별한 존재였는데요. 한국에서는 다양한 콘텐츠들이 매일매일 생산되고 트렌드도 굉장히 빨리 바뀌는 편이에요. 그 상황에서 콘텐츠를 전공한 대학생한테는 특별한 본인만의 차별화된 콘텐츠 제작 능력이 꼭 필요했습니다. 저는 그 중에 AR 효과 제작하는 능력이 저에게 굉장히 잘 맞아서 계속 지속하게 되었는데요. AR 기술이 아직까지도 콘텐츠 제작 능력 중에는 굉장히 특별하고 희귀한 기술이기 때문에 대외 활동을 지원할 때도 늘 인정받을 수 있었고 합격한 대외 활동을 활동하면서도 좋은 결과로 이어질 수 있게 도와준 그런 좋은 존재였습니다. 만약에 AR 제작 기술이 없었더라면 다양한 대외 활동을 경험해 볼 수도 없었을 거고 남들과는 다른 특별한 경험을 얻게 되지 않았을 수도 있다는 생각을 많이 하게 되었어요. 저는 틱톡에 효과를 만드는 것도 있지만 제가 만든 효과를 만든 이유와 만드는 과정을 담은 영상도 함께 게시하고 있어요. 제 영상과 효과를 사용하실 수 있는 곳은 틱톡 베리베리러브유라는 아이디입니다. 저는 2022년 이펙트하우스가 생긴 시점부터 지금까지 거의 쉬지 않고 꾸준히 열심히 다양한 효과를 만들기 위해서 노력하고 있어요. 그래서 저의 효과를 사용해보고 싶으시거나 만드는 이유와 그 과정에 대한 콘텐츠가 궁금하시다면 틱톡 베리베리러브유라는 계정에서 확인해주시면 됩니다. 감사합니다.
I started my AR journey 2 years ago and I've really enjoyed the whole process of learning. It's really surprised me how long and how far I've grown. My background training is actually in design management and innovation, and I work in advertising, so I've spent like over 10 years working in advertising. And then I wanted to look at other ways that I could enjoy my skill set and develop it further. And so I started to learn AR. With AR, I learnt mainly on YouTube, following other creators, on the Effect House Live, and in the Discord group that TikTok have for the Effect House creators. And this was quite a long journey for me because I went from designing randomizers to now doing different quizzes, and so my style has changed as I've grown with the community and on the platform. So working in advertising, I've ran campaigns, like paid social campaigns for several brands, and they're like massive blue chip companies, and we run ads on different platforms for clients in my role. And the role I think AR can play in this sort of area is that it allows your content to be more interactive with your community, and it allows your community to play with your brand, personalize it for them. Also helps you build relationships with your customers. For young women interested in becoming AR creators, I'd say there's so much opportunity. It's such a growing industry in terms of it's quite a new space, and there's room for you to make your footprint in this space and come up with creative ideas. You can help shape the industry of AR and where it's going and be part of that journey. With TikTok, they have such a big community of creators. People are willing to help and support your growth, and I think it's a really great way to find people to do what you like to do and learn from them. You can ask questions, and people are very likely to respond in the Discord group or share materials to help you grow in your journey. And I think there's so many people from different backgrounds, and so you can decide bring your background and grow into creating the effects that reflect you as a person, or where you want to be because you've seen someone do something really cool that you like and you want to learn a new style. So I think there's so much room for growth, so much potential in this space to develop as a person and grow in your creativity. I would say women who want to get into AR, get into AR, because there's so many opportunities for women to grow in this space.
How did you learn the skills to become an AR creator? Mostly self-taught as an AR creator. Background in design, I studied that in college along with business with a focus on mobile technologies and entrepreneurship. So a few years ago, I found Augmented Reality, which I thought was a perfect mix of creative design as well as innovative tech. So I watched a bunch of video tutorials, read a lot of documentation, and started my journey as an AR creator. The Effect House team is amazing. They are constantly creating different programs to allow us creators to get connected with each other, to encourage us to create more and really explore the boundaries and expand on the boundaries of AR. Challenges are one of my favorite things that the Effect House team puts on. As a user, you get to see how other creators kind of interpret the objective of the challenge. And as a creator, you get to kind of explore these different types of effects that you wouldn't normally do. I was lucky enough to participate and be a runner-up in the VidCon 2022 game challenge. And I participated in the Fashion Month challenge and won first prize in the beauty category with my beauty makeover game. Can you share a project you're currently working on or planning to start? I feel like I always have a bunch of different ideas, and it's a matter of prioritizing what I want to get done. I'm currently working on recreating this game I used to play in the early 2000s, like that nostalgic online computer game. There are also quite a few celebrity makeup looks that I really love that I'm looking to recreate as an AR effect. AR can definitely seem very intimidating when you first get started. I think a big misconception about it is that you need an extensive technical background or know how to code to become a creator, when that's not the case at all. I currently don't know how to code, but that hasn't stopped me from executing on the ideas I have for different AR experiences. To the young women interested in becoming AR creators, my biggest advice to you is to just get started. And don't be limited by what you think you don't know. We as women are hardworking, determined, and resourceful. And I think those are the top 3 qualities needed to become a successful AR creator. Once you get started and have those qualities, the other skills will come. Also, progress over perfection. I constantly have to tell myself that every single day. The AR field is constantly growing and evolving, so us creators are constantly learning and improving. Don't let the need to be perfect hold up your execution and continued learning. I am very excited to see more women represented in AR and tech. I believe we have unique perspectives, unique stories to tell, unique ideas, and AR is such a creative and innovative medium to share those. I'm especially excited and really encourage women of color to join the tech community, specifically in AR. I actually got started creating makeup effects because I saw that the ones I found as a user were not working for me, like even on me. So more women, different women represented in AR and tech will only make for more engaging, accessible, and inclusive experiences. If you're interested in finding more of my work or following along my journey as an AR creator, you can find me on socials at exo Jordan Louise.
Oh my gosh, wasn't those stories inspiring? Guys, don't worry. We still have so many more testimonials and amazing stories from creators, but I wanted to take a midway break point, talk to you guys a little. There were so many great lessons shared, and personally, I was so moved hearing all of these stories. It seems like there's a common theme. You should get started. Just do it. A lot of people are recommending that you just get into it. So if you haven't already, get started. I really want to echo what Jordan was saying at the end, where progress is much better than perfection. Sometimes even I get in the wheel of perfectionism, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't publish this effect because it's not good enough. But no, you learn by doing, and it's a very important process. Oh, and before we move on, come back to the video. I have a wonderful speaker, guest speaker number 2, who is here with us to share a little bit about her story. Introducing Chinyu.
Hi
Hey
everyone.
everyone!
Also
See
known
you
as
guys! Long
Augmented
time no
Reality.
see!
Long time no see.
I've been an AR creator for
You
around
guys would
4 or 5
already
years
have
now.
seen her in our
안녕하세요.
community
저는
channels all the
대한민국에서
time. She's a
틱톡
familiar
이펙트
face.
하우스라는 프로그램을
Chinyu,
활용한
would you like to
틱톡
introduce
효과를
yourself?
만들고 있는
Hi everyone!
블루입니다.
I'm Chingyu, Technical
틱톡에서는
Community Manager for Effect
베리베리
House.
러브유라는
As many of you
효과를
guys probably
소개하는
see me at
영상도
different live
게시하고 효과도
in
만들고
different
있는
programs. I
크리에이터입니다.
actually
Moi c'est Tigraphe, mais
do
vous
some
m'appelez
community
Citon.
education
Je suis
here
créatrice d'effets,
and
ça va
all the
faire
learning resources.
1 an et
Yes,
demi sur les
something
réseaux sociaux, mais
just to help
principalement sur
people like
TikTok
learn how
et
to
j'habite
use
sur
Effect
Paris.
House
Hi,
and
I'm Crystal
create amazing
Hayford. I'm also
effects.
known as Calm as my
And today I
dog
want to
on
share
TikTok.
a little bit personal
And
story
I'm
with you
based in
guys. Hope
London.
that inspire or
I
help
started
you
my
in
AR
some way. Yeah.
journey 2 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds
And my
wonderful. Tell us
background is
more
I
about
studied
how you
design
got
management
started
and
in the
innovation.
AR
So I was
industry.
doing everything from
Yeah,
designing prompts,
actually, I am a
designing my
old
dog,
woman
and currently
in this
working
industry,
advertising
right?
alongside
Like I
doing
literally
AR.
like 10
And
years
I absolutely
probably
love it.
I
Hello, my
created
name
my
is
first
Amy. I
like
go by
mobile
Amy is
AR,
awesome
not
on
create, it's
TikTok. That's
more like
awesome
design my
with 2
first mobile
S's.
AR
And I am
app
from
like
Johannesburg,
at
South Africa.
Olá, mulheres, como
2014.
vocês
So it's
estão? Meu
basically
nome é
a
2014.
Gabriela, mais
Wow,
conhecida como
so
Gabi
you've been in the
P7,
industry for
e
10
eu gostaria de
years?
começar esse vídeo
yeah,
agradecendo
it's
pela
actually I'm
oportunidade de
gonna
estar
tell you
participando
like
desse evento
nothing.
incrível
I
de
think
realidade aumentada no Dia
the
das Mulheres.
app we
E
create
eu gostaria
no
também
change,
que
like
as
people
perguntas que eu
still create the
responda
similar
aqui
concept
ajudem vocês de alguma
type of
forma,
app.
tanto
So the
você
first
que
app
já
I create
trabalha
is
nisso,
our
ou você
educational
que
app.
está
It's
aqui porque
basically
quer
teaching
começar a entrar.
kids how to like learn some
Bom,
basic
a
knowledge
primeira
about
pergunta pede para dar
animals.
uma
So
introdução sobre mim. Eu
what
já
we
dei um
do is
pouco
you
já do
scan the
meu
QR
nome,
code, there is
mas
a 3D
basicamente eu
model
trabalho com
pop
criação de
up on your
realidade
phone,
aumentada
and you
desde
learn, you can zoom in,
2020
zoom
e comecei
out,
a
learn
trabalhar
the
com o
structure,
Effect
and you
House
will
em novembro de
the virtual
2022, quando a
animal will
Brilliance
actually
finalmente
talk
liberaram a
with
versão para
you
o
and
Windows. Eu
answer you
comemorei
questions.
demais
So
e
it's a
desde
really
já
funny
trabalho
app,
com
but I
isso.
still
A
see
minha vida
people
é basicamente
are creating
criar
similar
efeitos em
stuff,
realidade
but I
aumentada
think
e
the
eu não
key
me
is
vejo
this
fazendo
change
outra
is
coisa.
we have
I'm
more
Jordan, an
tool
effect creator
and
from North
more like
America
easy
and
to
based in
use
Southern
tool to actually
California.
create
I'm
the
the
same
creator
app
behind the
with a
Beauty
better
Makeover
and more
game, the
efficient way.
Beyonce
So
bracket, the Lash
and
X
then all the
gloss
way I
look,
kind of stick
and
to
you
this
may recognize
industry like VR, AR, MR, XR, whatever the name you call it, like been through the whole journey, and somehow I felt AR is something that stick with me. I'm still doing the things here, but something different. I just felt, like now I'm like helping people learn, enter into the industry. So it's definitely a shift for my mindset as well as I start to recall back, like what's the challenge I've been facing at a very early stage and how we could do better now with TikTok.
Sounds good. She is the queen of learning resources. You would have seen her on Crash Course or behind all of the documentations. So when you're reading about the new nodes or reading about like taking a new crash course, you can always think of Chinyu.
Yeah, I feels like I probably from like very like traditional academic background for VR AR, and I just feels. And because I study something called HCI, like called human computer interaction, but which is really funny because all my peers that study this major, they are designing interface interaction for all sorts of different devices, not limited to computer or VR headset or like AR glasses. But when I started, you basically need to learn so many different devices. Like you need to set up a camera which can detect your eye movement, and your eye movement can be translated into a motion that computer can understand. So basically, imagine you move your eye and the button clicked. So and also like gesture, like something like it will detect your hands, like you give the thumbs up, like something like this. The camera recognize it, and the laptop will react to it. But you know how amazing I felt like the first time I start to use like Effect House, I realizing you don't need to set up all these complex devices. Everything is built in. Like you guys know, like visual you have the facial expression detection, like gesture detection, all this stuff. I felt like it's been like people spend years to make sure that all this detection can be embedded in one tool. I felt like just adding one node and you're able to use all this stuff using your web camera. It just blew my mind. I felt like, oh wow, amazing. Now
So when Chinyu first told me this, I was very shocked because I was so used to Effect House and that's how I joined the industry. So I was like, yeah, gesture detection. Of course, you just click a button and then you detect gesture. And then Chinyu was like, no, back in my day, from 10 years ago, when you wanted to do this, you had to do so much complex things. And I was like, oh wait, I didn't know that. So we've made a big advancement, and I'm glad that with this new tool, someone like me who doesn't know how to do the super complex stuff can still create a wonderful effect and interactions.
Yeah, it's just very cool. Like you basically the creativity is unlimited here. I literally say that. I know it's cliche, but it's you don't need to download Drive and upgrade the drive of that device like every couple months. That's just relieve the pain for you.
During your 10 years of experience, did you face any challenges maybe in the industry or especially something emerging like in augmented reality?
Yeah, I would say instead of like challenge, I just feels like become more aware of like women in this industry is like it's definitely a minority, because my previous job and also although we come here, I think I can always notice like I'm the only woman in the room as engineer. And I'm gonna share a very funny story with you because like AR, VR, they all like previously, if you're not using mobile, like TikTok effect is different sense. Like you try AR stuff and play with it without wearing glasses. But when you need to develop something for glasses, literally like it's the whole design of the headset is not woman friendly. Why I say that? Because my previous job is a VR engineer and I work with a VR headset for like 6 hours or 4 hours a day, and all my makeup stick to the headset. I literally, after 2 years working there, I returned my headset to the company, and then my boss was like, "Okay, maybe you should take that headset with you because your foundation all
We
over
don't
the."
want it back. It's okay. You just take it.
It's just like I don't think it's, and also you cannot like have a hairstyle because every time you put the headset in, it's just, it just make you cannot be a, you know, beautiful woman. Yeah, so that's, I felt like, okay, maybe I should start to explore some mobile AR and have some fun over there. And then
Interesting.
yeah, to be honest, I felt, you know, the similar application and just less pain.
So
And
if you have one advice for newcomers of the field or any women who are interested in joining the AR world, what is your recommendation?
I just felt you have always need to, I felt like there was one important thing I always remind myself is don't define yourself. Basically it's like, it's not like I'm good at something, so I have to just follow what I'm good at. I feel like it's always important to explore some areas that you feel a little bit, you know, a lot unknown and a little bit afraid of. I just feels like something you feel most fear about could be your biggest potential. So I just feels like you could, like, I feel like always exploring and learning new stuff, talking with new people with open-minded. I just feel don't get intimidated by any like label, like a game as AR is high tech. I feel like when you enter there, talk with people, you're realizing every industry is same. It's just bunch of people and curious about how to use this technology to improve our life. And yeah, I just feel like just be brave. Yeah,
Be brave.
Yeah.
Be brave. Just do it. Progression is better than perfection. Guys, we're getting so many good quotes today. I'm going to write it down in my list of Effect House Bibles. So thank you everyone for contributing to the Effect House Bible. Before we head on to our regular video programming, I just wanted to give a shout out to all of the people on the chat. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It means so much to me and us that you guys are all here supporting us. A couple of names from our frequent live visitors: Heather Haley Kapaz. I think she's amazing. I feel like the definition of person who always jumps in with, even if she's scared. Ever since we first saw her at the Effect House when a couple months ago versus now, she's just improved so much. So give a shout out to Haley Kapaz, also Reem, Bianca, Susanna, Kansu, Karina, Nina, everybody who is on the chat today. Thank you so much. Okay, any final words before we go back to our video?
For me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I felt like that house is definitely amazing, like place like for everybody just to be open and learn and connect with people. I feel like everybody can make mistake here. Nobody gonna blame you. And I think before I jump, stay tuned with all the amazing program coming soon. And crash course.
For those of you who are interested, a little promo in learning more about Effect House, especially the visual scripting component. We have a program coming soon. Crash Course, which you guys enjoyed so much, is getting a revamped version with specific focused on visual scripting. It's going to contain so much good information, tips, project files, speakers, awards, certification, receipts, a timeline. So everybody please come and join, and we'll go back to the video. Thank you guys. No, I'm not ending. I said it in a tone that implies that I am ending. I am going back to the video. Do not drop off. Bye, guys.
Hi everyone, my name is Chantal Parker, also known as Chantal Filters. I'm an Effect House ambassador from
Comment est-ce que
to get on socials at EXO Jordan Louise.
Alors, j'ai appris à faire des effets grâce aux tutos sur YouTube. au tuto live surtout parce que je pouvais y participer, poser des questions grâce aux documentations et surtout en pratiquant énormément et en posant des questions que ce soit sur Discord ou pendant les tutoriels de live. Voilà, pratiquer énormément et poser des questions quand j'en avais. Une journée typique pour moi, dès le matin, TikTok. Je me réveille, je vais sur TikTok, je scroll. Mais surtout, je passe pas mal de temps sur TikTok à regarder les gens qui ont utilisé mes effets. J'aime bien voir comment les gens interagissent avec, est-ce qu'ils ont bien aimé ou pas, qu'est-ce qu'ils en pensent, comment est-ce qu'ils l'utilisent. Et après ça, je vais sur Discord, je regarde un peu qu'est-ce qui se passe, est-ce qu'il y a eu des nouveautés, est-ce qu'il y a des annoncements, des trucs prévus. Et après ça, je vais venir commencer à faire des effets. Donc, ça m'arrive de commencer plusieurs effets en même temps sur différentes plateformes. Donc, je vais d'abord voir qu'est-ce qui est le plus urgent, qu'est-ce qui a terminé. En général, je ne finis pas un filtre en une journée, ça me prend pas mal de temps. Mais disons que si c'est une journée où j'ai déjà entamé un filtre et que je suis sur le point de le terminer, du coup je le termine, je teste, je regarde si tout est bon, après je le publie. Et pour finir ma journée, TikTok. Je reviens sur TikTok, je scroll encore, je regarde qu'est-ce qui se passe. Donc voilà. Un projet sur lequel je travaille actuellement, c'est un mini-jeu. En gros, c'est le jeu escalier serpent. En gros, t'as les dés qui se lancent et quand c'est un escalier, tu montes, tu avances ou tu descends quand c'est un serpent. Je suis actuellement en train d'essayer de le reprendre en effet. Donc voilà, c'est sur ça que je travaille actuellement. Pour moi, Effect House, je dirais opportunité parce que mine de rien, en tout juste 1 an et demi, ça m'a apporté énormément d'opportunités. Déjà, j'ai découvert un nouveau monde. Actuellement, faire des effets, c'est devenu comme une passion pour moi. J'ai rencontré, encore une fois, de belles personnes. J'ai fait plein de belles rencontres. J'ai participé à des events. J'ai travaillé avec des gens que je trouvais intéressants, que j'apprécie énormément. J'ai gagné des concours. Franchement, plein de choses. Donc, je dirais opportunité. Il y en a beaucoup. Il y en a vraiment énormément qui m'inspirent, mais de tête comme ça, je dirais Laura Gruyan, Peggy Piskin, Anne Laurel, euh, Isabelle, Karen X, Aïcha, il y en a vraiment beaucoup. Paola aussi. Franchement, il y a énormément de créatrices de films qui m'inspirent. Vraiment, il y en a beaucoup. Oui, si, il y en a un. C'est que les gens, enfin, j'ai déjà entendu de la part de certaines personnes qui pensent que le monde de la réalité augmentée c'est fait pour un certain type de personnes et moi je pense que c'est faux. Il faut savoir qu'il y a vraiment, surtout au niveau des effets, il y a énormément de types d'effets, il y a énormément de types de profils, donc il n'y a pas vraiment un certain type de personnage ou un certain type de personne. Tu as juste envie de le faire, viens et fais-le. Intégrer, n'ayez pas peur. C'est pas vraiment un monde aussi fermé qu'on le pense, au contraire. Surtout que je trouve que plus le temps passe et plus on essaye vraiment d'ouvrir un peu. Enfin, le monde de la réalité augmentée s'ouvre un peu à plein de personnes. Donc voilà. Si je te donne un conseil, je dirais de ne pas avoir peur et de se lancer. Je sais que souvent, quand on commence les filtres, on a tendance à avoir peur, surtout qu'on va regarder ce que les gens ils ont fait, mais en fait, non. Il faut dire qu'on commence et au début ça peut être compliqué, c'est vrai, mais dès qu'on met les mains dans le cambouis, qu'on commence à le faire, on se rend compte qu'en fait c'est pas si compliqué que ça. Euh, Petit à petit, ça vient. Donc, je dirais vraiment, si je donne un conseil, je dirais de ne pas avoir peur de se lancer si on a envie de se lancer et de commencer. E au fur et à mesure, ça ira.
E já começo dizendo para vocês que a impressão que a gente tem é que a gente precisa fazer um curso super elaborado. E não, desde que você saiba design, saiba um pouco sobre marketing, né, divulgação, você já consegue estar imerso ali nesse meio. Então, eu lembro que eu trabalhava como social media e como design. Então, e quando eu entrei, né, para ir atrás, a maior dificuldade que eu tive, assim, foi o visual script, mas como eles colocam os tutoriais muito bem detalhados e constroem junto com a gente, eu conseguia fazer com o tutorial do lado. Então eu colocava o tutorial do lado e falava, o que eu posso criar com isso? E daí eu ia ampliando demais. Então, basicamente eu segui 3 ferramentas, né? A primeira que era pelo próprio site do Effect House, que tinha toda a documentação, tem todos os tutoriais lá linkadinhos, direitinho. No YouTube deles também, porque vários tutoriais estão lá direto no YouTube, não só nos vídeos normais, estejam atentos aos vídeos ao vivo que passam também. E também pelo YouTube de outros criadores e até pelo próprio TikTok, teve alguns vídeos de tutoriais que eu acompanhei e consegui fazer os meus primeiros efeitos através disso. E sim, já participei de 2 programas, o primeiro deles foi o de tutoria, né, que era tutor e tutorado, eram divididos em várias turmas. Eu fiquei com a turma do material editor, que cada turma tinha uma feature para aprender. E daí, a minha turma ficou com a do material editor. A gente fez umas tarefas, né, que a gente tinha que fazer, né, postar o efeito, postar um vídeo divulgando o efeito. E dependendo do engajamento desse vídeo, a gente conseguiu uma remuneração, né, uma premiação. Então foi, assim, o meu primeiro programa e foi muito legal. E o segundo programa foi o Accelerator, no qual a gente passou 6 semanas aprendendo, gente. Foi muito legal, foi muito conteúdo ministrado. Eu lembro que tinha 2 versões, né? E nessas 2 versões eu gostava de participar porque não era só o assunto vindo deles, tinha assunto vindo da galera que estava assistindo, do pessoal, dos outros criadores pelo site. E eu lembro que a gente ganhou até certificação, a gente também teve a premiação e foi muito legal, foi muito proveitoso, muitas informações que eu não fazia ideia de que existiam, por exemplo, como você buscar as tendências globais direto pela plataforma do Effect House. Eu não sabia que se você colocasse lá Estados Unidos ia jogar só o que tá em alta nos Estados Unidos. Então foi muito legal mesmo e mudou muito a forma como eu crio conteúdo relacionado aos meus efeitos. Eu vou mostrar esse projeto que tá muito bonitinho, que é da Florzinha. É um projeto inspirado em embelezamento, no acessório que as meninas têm usado bastante, da Flor. E aqui ele está no aplicativo de modelagem 3D. Depois eu passo, né, para o aplicativo de desenho, coloco a textura lá e em seguida eu volto para o aplicativo de 3D de novo. Aqui é a versão dela crua e aqui é a versão exportada lá do outro aplicativo. Eu deixei ela um pouco mais gordinha assim, porque na hora que eu fui testar eu vi que estava muito separada as pétalas, então eu deixei ela mais cheinha. Mas olha que bonitinho, esse daqui é o Red Occluder, né? Que é disponibilizado no próprio site do Effect House e eu consigo utilizar ele para me guiar na hora de produzir algum objeto 3D, para colocar na cabeça. Também tem para o corpo, né? Para as meninas que trabalham com roupa, né? Que é com roupa, e é isso. E o primeiro deles é a questão das pessoas acharem que é uma tecnologia que está muito distante de nós. E não, gente, a gente vê escolas trabalhando com realidade aumentada, nós vemos empresas fazendo anúncios em AR, nós vemos blogueiros de moda, sabe, stylists usando roupas 3D, aquele vídeo que a gente vê, um efeito que a gente usa no TikTok, ele já é em realidade aumentada, então as pessoas já têm muito acesso à realidade aumentada, só que elas ainda não perceberam isso. E o segundo equívoco é de que você precisa de ferramentas extremamente caras e elaboradas para você estar trabalhando com isso. Sendo que não, às vezes você tendo um simples smartphone você já consegue produzir algo de realidade aumentada, ou então mesmo num computador, né? As pessoas acham que tem que comprar óculos e aqueles apetrechos e não é bem assim. Para vocês, o meu conselho, meninas, participem de eventos como esses, peguem todas as informações possíveis, pesquisem bastante, vocês entrem no perfil dos criadores, de criadores que criam conteúdo com isso também, ativa o sininho de todos os perfis, fica lá atrás, porque vira e mexe eles postam algumas informações sobre eventos que vão acontecer, workshops gratuitos, coisas que são fundamentais para a gente estar imerso nesse mundo. Eu acho que o problema maior é a gente descobrir onde procurar as informações, mas depois que a gente acha um vai puxando o outro, que vai puxando o outro, e daí você entra no perfil dele e ele segue mais 10 pessoas disso, e daí você vai aumentando a sua rede, né, de network. Entra no site do Effect House, entra lá no YouTube, consuma os vídeos deles, consuma a documentação do site, que você vai se interessar, você vai gostar muito, porque é intuitivo e é muito. Vou citar as meninas que eu conheço aqui da minha região, mas existem de outros lugares. Mas as principais, assim, que eu obtive algum contato, eu até anotei aqui, que é a Carol Rebrandes, a Vitória, a outra Vitória, Vitória Dugo, Sara Ramos, Sara Continelli, Priscila Nassar, a Unique, a Anne Tavares, Renata Lorenzi, Inara, Carol Souza, Soraya, Bianca Garruti, a Karina Ferreira e a Sereia, gente. Então, assim, das meninas que eu obtive algum contato, me inspirei em algum conteúdo, ou então, de alguma forma, me ajudaram nesse mundo do AR, eu achei necessário citar todas elas e não só uma ou outra. Mas se eu me esqueci de alguma, me peço mil perdões. Gostaria de agradecer de novo por vocês terem assistido até aqui. Y hasta luego, gente. Muy obrigada. Chao, chao.
Bueno, hace aproximadamente 4 años que estoy haciendo efectos. Comencé por, o sea, yo me acerqué a los efectos a través de TikTok para cambiar una realidad que estaba atravesando. Tuve cáncer de mama y nada, quería jugar con eso para no tener un recuerdo tan negativo. Quería jugar con eso y dije, bueno, ¿por qué no usar efectos y jugar? Aunque esté pelada y esté pasando por un momento que no era muy grato para mí, hacerlo de otra manera, o sea, vivirlo de otra forma. Y en una dije, ¿y cómo se hacen los efectos? Digo, me gustaría, porque veía que era que cada vez había más y eran súper creativos. Entonces dije, bueno, me voy a poner a investigar. Yo tengo de background una carrera en diseño gráfico y ya tenía una noción apenas de lo que era programar. No era, nunca fui una persona que le apasionara la programación. Siempre me apasionó más la parte artística. Pero con los efectos como que se combinan ambas cosas de una manera que es muchísimo más amena o es mucho más fácil de entender. Entonces, nada, como que decidí empezar a ver videos de YouTube, también no sabía 3D, entonces decidí formarme en lo que es 3D. Y nada, y con el tiempo fui aprendiendo nuevas skills. Hoy estoy completamente asombrada de que entiendo la matemática desde un punto que nunca pensé que la iba a entender, porque con los shaders es como que empiezo a darme cuenta, ay, para algo estudié matemática, ahora entiendo cómo lo puedo aplicar. Entonces es como que lo que me gusta de crear efectos es que no solamente artísticamente puedes ser y hacer cosas increíbles, sino que también estás aprendiendo cosas que las veía demasiado complejas y ahora las entiendo. Entonces eso la verdad es que es una de las cosas que más destaco, y que no hay un techo. Uno no deja de aprender, nunca deja de avanzar. Utilicé mucho YouTube y también utilizo mucho los live que tiene Effect House, donde August me ayuda un montón a entender cosas que por ahí digo, uy, ¿cómo quiero hacer esto y no lo sé, no sé resolver? Entonces me meto en live y digo, quiero hacer tal cosa y me lo explican. Entonces es como que eso también ayuda a que uno no se estanque, porque siempre hay alguien que te va a ayudar y que te va a decir, ok, lo deberías hacer así. Y la verdad es que es genial. Creo que las mujeres tenemos un papel muy importante hoy, no solamente a nivel comunicacional, sino a nivel tecnológico, porque cada vez somos más las mujeres que estamos involucradas con lo que es realidad aumentada y uno de los grandes challenges que tenemos es cómo vamos a utilizar estas herramientas para fomentar un buen uso, ¿no? de esto. Creo que en un futuro la ropa va a ser en gran parte virtual. Los maquillajes ya hoy son virtuales. Tenemos muchos try-on de maquillajes, gafas. Somos parte de estos nuevos cambios tecnológicos y de todo esto que en un futuro va a ser 10.000 veces más, o sea, como más importante y se va a usar mucho más. Entonces, nada, como que me parece como que es una gran responsabilidad, pero a la vez está bueno que seamos conscientes y que ayudemos a esta revolución, ¿no? Creo que el desafío más importante que tenemos es que hoy en día tenemos en nuestras manos la manera de comunicar y de cambiar el paradigma de todo lo que hoy conocemos. El papel de la mujer es muy importante. Yo creo que el AR está revolucionando la manera de comunicar y ayuda a que un contenido digital no quede en un simple contenido, sino que ese contenido involucre a la persona a jugar con él. Qué sé yo, yo tengo la vaga idea de que el día de mañana no solamente va a haber realidad aumentada en las redes sociales, sino también en los contenidos televisivos, donde las personas puedan interactuar y puedan ser parte de ese contenido. He visto algunas películas en las cuales vos con el control remoto podés elegir. Para mí la realidad aumentada es algo que a mí me cambió la vida y en lo personal amplificó mi carrera de una manera que nunca lo hubiera pensado. Y no solamente la parte laboral, sino también la parte personal, porque nada, me generó mucha más ambición de aprender y hay algo que yo realmente nunca había comprendido y nunca pensé que me iba a gustar como es programar, porque el visual scripting tiene algo que es mucho más, por lo menos en mi lado que soy más artístico, que tengo una visión más artística, el hecho de leer código siempre me resultó bastante pesado y el visual scripting me resulta mucho más fácil y es mucho más más entendible desde mi punto de vista. Entonces, no solamente me hizo crecer a nivel profesional, sino que a nivel personal, porque para mí el hecho de poder hacer algo de este estilo o de entender algo así, es un montón, es un montón. Así que realmente estoy muy contenta cómo me ayudó a mí a crecer. El mejor consejo que le puedo dar a una mujer que empieza es que se involucre con lo que le guste. O sea, si le gusta el maquillaje, que lo haga, que no pierda, o sea, que no deje de intentar hacer cosas, que intente todo lo que quiera, porque en base a esos intentos y a ese descubrimiento uno va encontrando como su voz, como su estilo. Entonces, nada, si están empezando, no paren, porque es en esa búsqueda y en ese comienzo se pueden encontrar cosas hermosas y nada, realmente es algo que siempre está bueno como como para ir creciendo como mujer y como creador. Hola, ¿qué tal? Soy Florencia Rafa de Buenos Aires, Argentina. Soy creadora de efectos de realidad aumentada desde hace aproximadamente unos 4 años. Y en diciembre de 2021, Effect House me abrió las puertas para invitarme a la versión beta de creación de efectos para TikTok. La verdad es que estoy súper agradecida porque me hayan dado esa oportunidad, porque hoy en día es una de las maneras que tengo yo de expresar mi arte. Es una de las maneras que yo tengo de, de crear una carrera profesional, y realmente estoy viviendo gracias a la creación de efectos de realidad aumentada aquí en TikTok y en FHaus. También lo interesante es que uno puede no solamente mostrar su lado artístico, porque aquí no hay barreras. O sea, nosotros como creadores estamos poniendo nuestras reglas. Entonces, como al no tener esas barreras, uno puede ser cada vez más creativo, y la verdad es que es un espacio en el cual yo me puedo desenvolver como quiero. Bueno, también las oportunidades de haber ganado concursos. He ganado no sé cuántos concursos el año pasado, pero unos cuantos. Y nada, me pone muy feliz eso, porque es como una parte de decir, ok, estás yendo por un buen camino, y nada, es algo que realmente me encanta, y me encanta compartirlo con ustedes.
Guys, that was so amazing to hear everyone's stories. It truly moved me, especially at the end when Florentia was sharing her story about how she was able to beat cancer and lean on to her creative expression and build a career out of this entire thing. Everybody in the comments is saying like, hey, it was so inspiring, and we just learned so much from each other. So thank you so much for sharing your voices, everyone. It was very moving. And I'm sure that the other folks who are joining with me on the live today feels the same way. Victoria, do you want to say anything?
Hi everyone, my name's Chantal.
Well, actually, I feel very flattered to be united to this woman, this all-inspired woman. I love to hear all these stories, and just like in the past, when I was looking through all the tutorials, we will never see a woman creating a tutorial. Right now, we have all these inspiring creators to be following each other and to be exchanging tips as well. So thank you very much
Merci, c'est
for
grave, mais
all
vous m'appelez
your
Citon.
amazing journey. I
Je
feel
suis
very happy
créatrice
to be
d'effets,
part
ça
of
va
it
faire
with you girls.
1 an et demi sur
Aw,
les réseaux
me
sociaux,
too, me
mais
too.
principalement sur TikTok et
Shinu, you want to say
j'habite sur
anything?
Paris.
Hi, I'm
Yeah,
Crystal
I just
Hayford. I'm
really
also known as
touched
Calm
by
as my dog
everybody's
on
story.
TikTok,
Literally
and I'm
almost
based in
cried,
London.
but so I
I
closed my
started
camera
my
a bit.
AR journey
So
2 years
I
ago,
felt
and my
just so,
background is I
even though
studied
I'm in the
design
community
management
for
and innovation,
such a long
so I
time,
was
but
doing
I
everything from
still
planning campaigns
amazed and
and a bit of designing
like
in
I'm
my
proud of
day.
all the creators in
And I'm
this
currently
in
working
this
in
area,
advertising
and they shared their
alongside
story. I felt like
doing
I
AR,
inspired a lot from
and
you
I
guys' story as well
absolutely love
today,
it.
Hello,
and
my
I'm
name is
probably gonna
Amy. I
start
go
to
by Amy
creating
is
some
awesome
more
on
effects
TikTok. That's
from the
awesome.
live.
Awesome. And I am from Johannesburg,
We
South
couldn't feature,
Africa.
all
Olá,
of the
mulheres!
amazing
Como vocês
creators, but
estão? Meu
at
nome
the
é
end of
Gabriela, mais
the
conhecida
month,
como
we are
Gabi
going to have
P7,
a
e eu
recap
gostaria de começar
document,
esse vídeo
a video
agradecendo
that's
pela
going to go on
oportunidade
our
de estar
channel,
participando desse evento
including all of the
incrível
people who
de
spoke
realidade
today, but
aumentada
we
no Dia
also
das
want to
Mulheres.
feature you guys.
E eu
So if you
gostaria
haven't
também que
already,
as perguntas
please
que eu
share
responda
us
aqui
your story,
ajudem
how
vocês
you
de
got
alguma
started
forma,
in
tanto
AR,
você que
what
já
your
trabalha
best tips
nisso,
for
ou
creators
você que
are,
está aqui
what your
porque quer
favorite
começar
effect
a
is,
entrar nesse
and use the
mundo.
hashtag woman in AR.
Bom,
And
na
at the
primeira
end of
pergunta
the
pede
month,
para dar
we're
uma
going to
introdução sobre
compile
mim.
all
Eu já
those
me
videos
adiantei,
and
né? Falei um
actually put
pouco
it
já
up
do meu
on
nome, mas basicamente eu trabalho com criação de realidade aumentada desde 2020 e comecei a trabalhar com Effect House em novembro de 2022, que foi quando eles finalmente liberaram a versão para Windows. Eu comemorei demais e desde já eu trabalho com isso. A minha vida é basicamente criar efeitos em realidade aumentada e eu não me vejo fazendo outra coisa.
I'm Jordan, an effect creator from North America and based in Southern California. I'm the creator behind the Beauty Makeover game, the Beyonce bracket, the Lash X Gloss look, and you may recognize me from my most viewed and used effect, the Filter for Good.
Hola, ¿qué tal?
Enjoy your
Soy Florencia
day.
Rafa de Buenos Aires, Argentina.